Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for April 2025. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And before we jump in, I give you an astrological overview. That's what I'm going to do now. Then I do your spread. Then I break it down week by week. I pull more cards and I, talk about a couple more aspects. Then, of course, a second spread. And then, this is so you feel like you're getting a personal reading. As always, if you want to go straight to the tarot reading, it's in the description box, the timestamp. Now, I want you to know, Sagittarius, this is quite likely going to be, here's the thing. April is a life-changing, game-changing, very exciting month for new beginnings. And I have to tell you that for you, particularly, just looking at what's going on for you, I'm going to just tell you right now, possibly you're one of the most of the past 2 years for you. This is big. And so I really want you to pay attention. I want you to buckle up. This is going to be big. Now, April, like I said, welcome to the paradigm shift. You're definitely going to be feeling a lot of changes at home, with career, with family. There's a significant other. There's a lot, okay? And I told you even last in your 2025 forecast, January, February might be a little bit slow. You might be a little, right? March, gonna be bonkers and confusing with, the double retrogrades, eclipse season. But now buckle up. Things are about to, you are going to hit the ground running. Remember, did you see your last week's reading? Okay? We're still under the umbrella of that once in a lifetime, 5-6 planet conjunction, everything at that 0 to Aries degree point, but it's spilling over into April. You're going to feel it in April. It's still happening in April. Your life is transforming. This is the biggest, most important time of 2025. Okay. For you, for everybody, but for you, for a lot of things I just mentioned, you're kicking off this brand new era, especially after that new moon solar eclipse that, happened for you. So just know this is your awakening. Okay. This is a powerful month. We're on the brink of the age of Aquarius. This is the age of wisdom. You're leaving the old world, entering the new. Okay. Focus on heart-based living, your path to enlightenment. This is going to be big. All that Aries energy. I told you, what is Aries mean? It's courage, it's leadership, it's I am, right? Very entrepreneurial, ambitious, self-sufficiency. You get it. You're a fellow fire sign. You get it. All right. Remember, you're now also experiencing Neptune in Aries for the first time ever. All right. It hasn't happened in 164 years. This is big. We'll talk about it. All right. Now, April is going to feel like a slingshot. I hope you know that. When I say that, I'm talking about like Interstellar, when they use the supermassive black hole's gravity to accelerate, speed up to Edmund's planet. You're gaining momentum this month in a big way. Big way. All right. Within your orbit. Just listen. The first week, just take your time. Don't rush into things. See how things play out. Okay. Because Mercury's retrograde, but look, Mercury's going direct. We'll talk about it. All right. So there can be some things that have been just, a little like, what's going on? Things have been a little, right? Home, family, love, creativity. Yeah. Things like that. Okay. Things that bring you joy, pleasure, but things are going to change. Now we get to April 4th, the most insane weekend of 2025. You see that Saturn is sextiling Uranus, Mars is sextiling Uranus, Mars is trining Saturn. Now, that's a lot. First, Saturn sextiling Uranus. This we're gonna have we'll have it again. But when was the last time we had this? March 1997. So this is big. This is really, really big. What do you want moving forward? Saturn's bringing that stability. Saturn's all about long-term commitments and goals. It's sextiling Uranus. Sextiles are windows of opportunity. But here's the thing. Uranus, we'll talk about it, is in your sixth house. Uranus is in Taurus. All right? That's everyday activities, your routines, your lifestyle, health, matters, work in a big way, right? So we'll talk about it. Mars sextile Uranus. That only happens twice a year. Rare. And then Mars trine Saturn. We've talked about this. You're feeling it already from last March. Okay? And that Again, that's very rare too. So here's the thing. One of the biggest weekends, not only of the year, but of the decade. All right. Uranus is the great awakener, the planet of change, revolution, evolution, progress, innovation. Yeah. Freedom, your future, breakthroughs, okay? Personal breakthroughs, but breakthroughs, surprises, shocking surprises sometimes. Now, here's the thing. Saturn is life lessons. You know that. Authority, you becoming a bigger authority, or there could be an authority in the picture here. This is Saturn, your long-term plans and goals and gains, responsibility, all of that. Whatever is happening this weekend, Saturn is bringing that stability, especially with the Mars aspect, Mars sextile, Saturn sextile Uranus, and then Mars trine Saturn, and then Mars sextile Uranus. I mean, Mars is in the picture here. Mars is all about the actions you take, right? Mars is your drive, your passions, your ambitions. So take that action. Whatever you're doing this weekend, you're definitely going to leave a footprint. You want to think about your future, the legacy you're going to leave, all of that. All right. Now, this is such a strong weekend. And these three major players, right, all on April 4th. Therefore, you're going to start feeling it as soon as you hit April. Even before you hit April, you're going to feel it up until the 10th, 11th of April. Of course, April 4th is like the money shot. The weekend is the money shot. But take advantage of this, okay? Now, as I said in your April astrology overview live stream, all these three aspects are happening at 25 degrees. What are the chances? Yeah, 25 degrees is that Aries degree point. When I talk about Aries, okay? So cardinal degree, fresh starts, leadership, all of that. Your life is changing. This is all about coming after that new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Come on. The sun is in Aries. We're in Aries season. The sun is exalted in Aries. You got Mercury in Aries. All about new beginnings. What is your vision moving forward? That's what this is. But again, don't rush things. Let things play out. There are going to be changes, really big changes. So you want to see what plays out. And especially for you, Sagittarius, because Uranus in Taurus rules your sixth house. Again, everyday activities, your routines, everything I just mentioned, work, health. And so Uranus brings surprises, things that you did not see coming. These are sextiles. These are windows of opportunity. These are great. But it is your sixth house. In my birth chart, my natal chart, I have Uranus in my sixth house. Is my day-to-day normal? No, because I got Uranus there changing things up every day. So you, out of all the signs, just may have one of the biggest kickoffs to April. Okay, there's gonna be change. I want you to know that. I'm making it very clear now. You create your reality. What are the changes you want to make? Because you can use this. Okay. Remember, Mars is that action. This is rare, all right? Just put wheels in motion. You don't get this again. You don't get this again. I'm letting you know that. All happening on the same day, you don't get this. So, everyone's going to feel this. You're going to feel this. This is so rare. You want to put more steaks on the you want the steaks to cook a little bit longer on the grill. Just remember that Mercury retrograde. It's look. Just wait until Monday. You got to sign anything? Just wait. Listen. Who's going to feel this the most? Everyone. It hits all the modalities: fixed signs, mutable, cardinal. Everyone's going to feel it. But if you, Sagittarius, know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have any planets between 23 to 27 degrees of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, now expect some change. Okay. Or your breakthrough. Now, when you were thinking your life couldn't get any more life-changing, you see on Saturday, April 5th. And I'm going to say Saturday, April 5th to Sunday, April 6th, depending on where you live. A lot of these aspects perfect or happen late at night or early in the morning, things like that. So just think the weekend. You've got the sun in Aries, sextile Jupiter and Gemini. Over the same weekend that this is happening, what? All right, so now you've got the best, luckiest day and weekend of the month because Jupiter, the planet of luck, good fortune, profit, abundance, wisdom, expansion. And you know all about this. Jupiter's your ruler, right? Now, sextiling the sun, this window of opportunity, enormous window of opportunity. What is happening at the same time all this is happening? You only get the sun sextile Jupiter twice a year. Use it. Put wheels in motion. Okay? Because look, the same day that Venus trine Mars. So when I say this is, you're never going to have this weekend again. You're never, ever going to. Venus trine Mars. Are you joking? Are you joking me? Come on, that's two cosmic lovebirds in a trine, a very auspicious, the most like effortless, flowing. Like I can't right now. This is huge. So this is going to be big for you because you got Venus and Pisces in your fourth house of home, significant other, family, children, real estate matters, property matters, parents, things like that, but also Mars and Cancer in your eighth house, relationships, deep, all right? But also money. Also, eighth house is death and rebirth, so you're definitely going to have big changes right off the bat. So these are all amazing aspects. Venus rules relationships, love, money, creativity. It's all up for grabs. This is all happening at the same time that the planet of luck and abundance and good fortune is activated. What is happening? Please take advantage. All right? Please take advantage. Very emotionally moving time. Venus is retrograde, so there may be things coming up from the past. Former lovers as well. Creative ideas you had in the past. If you're not here for love, if it's money matters, money ideas that you had in the past, or money coming through, whatever it is, there's something big here. This is really, really, really big. Okay, Venus trine Mars at 25 degrees. I'm going to be saying that a lot this forecast. When I say pay attention to the 25-degree point, and as we know, 2 + 5 = 7. 7 is, it's a strong number. It's spirituality. And you got the North Node really activated this month. Okay, so go out there, go mingle. If you're single, please go mingle. You've got relationship stuff happening. You got Jupiter and Gemini in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, bringing you luck in love, marriage, commitments. And when I say commitments, it can be career. Yeah, it's your 7th house. It can be, your agent, your, contractor, lawyer, publicist. It doesn't matter. It's one-on-one commitments. You got not only Jupiter bringing you luck, you got Uranus bringing you surprises and breakthroughs. Okay, please put yourself out there. It doesn't even matter if you're single. If you're in a relationship, you got some great things happening. Put yourself out there. You look at start the next Google. You go to the ice cream store, maybe the person in line next to you is that investor that you've been looking for. Just put yourself out there. That's all I'm saying this weekend. Please, please. FTLOG. All right? FTLOG. And Venus trine Mars, by the way, we're going to have it one more time next month. Yeah? It's going to be off the charts. You are really going to feel that because they're both going to be in fire signs at that point. But after that, never again until 2027. So when I say please take advantage, please take advantage. All right? Jupiter is bringing you blessings, but your blessings depend on the actions that you take. Mars's action, but also you're on a karmic journey. What I tell you, karma in Sanskrit is action. Now, here's something else. And you're really going to feel that Jupiter, like Jupiter, Sun, sextile Jupiter, you're really going to feel. Because all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and all the fire signs, Aries, you, and Leo, will 1,000% feel that the most, okay? Especially because Jupiter's a ruler. And also, water signs, if you're a cross watcher, you watch for your rising, your moon, or for your sister, your husband, whoever it is, your kid. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces will feel Venus trine Mars the most, okay? But everyone will feel all of that. Now, Monday, April 7th, we have Venus conjunct Saturn. This is possibly for you the biggest thing. There's 2 things happening for you. That's really big this month, okay? And yes, out of all the signs. So this is happening at 25 degrees, okay? Now, we typically get Venus conjunct Saturn on average once a year. We're having those twice this month. So Saturn is going to be coming in hard. Saturn is going to be coming in hard this month. Venus, love, relationships, money, creativity, everything that I mentioned. And Saturn, structure, stability, long-term commitment. So this is a big make it or break it moment. A lot of y'all have been going through some things. Yeah. So just know that, and it could be business. Yeah. Business colleagues. Yeah. What do you desire? What does your heart want? That's Venus. Yeah. What makes your heart sing? Because Saturn is now saying, okay, let's commit. And Saturn is going to come in hard this month. And I'm going to tell you, and again, this is all happening in your fourth house. Remember, this Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces. Pisces rules your fourth house. So home, family, significant other, children, parents, everything that has to do with home and the foundations of your life, real estate, maybe a realtor, whatever it is. But Venus is retrograde, bringing things up from the past. Yeah. Saturn is being a TSA agent today. He's going to come in hard. He brings in those reality checks. Okay. This is your awakening. Remember, as above, so below. What do you want? Stay heart based. What does your heart want? Vibrate at that high frequency. Yeah. This is going to be big. Okay. For you. All right. There's got to be something here. And I'm not telling everyone this. I'm going to tell you on the same day. And it's not even on the whiteboard and we'll get to the back soon, but this is such a loaded month. Not everything's on the whiteboard. On the same day, Venus will sextile Uranus. Again, big breakthroughs, the unexpected, right? In love and relationships and romance and legal matters and marriage. So with the fact that the moon will be in Leo, they say it's fiery. Anyway, so just know that it's a big day for you, okay? And conjunctions are strong. You're going to feel it a week before, a week after, but what do you want to commit to? Now, Mercury will go direct. Wonderful. Mercury no longer retrograde. Here's her clarity. Here's her new perspective. Here's her forward momentum. Here's when you can sign things. The one thing is, remember, Mercury doesn't do super well in Pisces, but it's only here for a short period of time. That's fine. It's only here for like a week in Pisces. But again, that's all about the home sector for you. Foundations of your life. Okay. You can even think back to September. Think about the last 2 weeks of September 2024 when we had that eclipse in Pisces, because something from that's coming around for you. All right. Now, because Mercury's moving at that same degree. Now, just pick up on the patterns. Now, remember what I said. You got the North Node, Saturn, Venus, Mercury, all conjuncting. When you isolate Mercury and Saturn, now you got Mercury conjuncting Saturn. So at this point, Saturn is saying, you're going to have to be willing to commit to something here. Okay. I'm testing you. So everything that you've been reassessing since February, yeah, because Mercury's been retrograde, and now you have that clarity. What is it that you want moving forward? And you may be hearing things. You may be having conversations. It's Mercury. You, by the way, Sagittarius, y'all, please take a trip at the end of the month. Y'all have your 2 travel houses activated. If you're not taking a trip, you may be planning a trip. Okay. But you just may. And you're going to be communicating a lot. Now, this is all about your commitments. Like I said, make it or break it. Look at what's happening on Saturday. You've got the full moon in Libra, April 12th. This is happening at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you are in the world. But as you know, with full moons, you feel it days before, days after, even a week before, week after. This is happening in Libra. So when I talk about commitments, Libra rules commitments and marriage and partnerships and relationships and legal matters. You have a full moon here, endings. Okay. So there's something here where you're coming to the end of something. All right. And it could have been something that you had really hoped about and dreamed about. And it doesn't necessarily mean full stop endings for a lot of y'all. Yeah, there's going to be breakups. But it can be the end of a situation. And now you're evolving. Now you're ascending. Now you've made up. Because Libra's all about diplomacy. So it's whatever you want. But reflect. It's the full moon. It's a time to reflect. Okay? Intuition. Full moons are emotional. Now, and this is actually technically ending that Aries Libra axis we've been on since 2023. But anyway, this full moon in Libra rules your 11th house. So it could even be, if not like partnerships, relationships, but maybe it's in Libra. Definitely a friendship or a group that you belong to, or a community or a benefactor or an ally. There's just something here where there may be an ending or, again, a turning point. It's just you and what you want to do, but you have to trust your intuition. Now, on paper, this full moon doesn't look great, okay? It does not look wonderful because, it's going to be squaring Mars. The sun's going to be squaring Mars. It can be challenging, yeah. Mars, in Cancer is your 8th house of, what did I say? Partnerships, but deep, like deep, deep, deep love, or business partners, money matters, assets, inheritance, investments, joint bank accounts, things like that. As well as, like I said, 8th house is death and rebirth during a full moon in Libra for you. So it's like again, this is going to be a big month for you, Sagittarius. Now, like I said, it didn't look good on paper, but the sun will be conjuncting Chiron. I like this. Jupiter will be trining the moon. Amazing. Uranus will be sextiling Venus. North node, Saturn. What? Amazing. And Mars will be trining Mercury, Venus, Saturn, North node. So a loaded full moon, an amazing full moon. Emotional? Yeah, of course. It's a full moon. But it still is a lot that's happening for you. Okay? And look at what's happening on the same day of the full moon in Libra. Actually, like within the same hour, Venus officially goes direct. Venus, which has been retrograde since March 1st, is now direct in Pisces at 25 degrees. Now, Venus is the ruler of Libra. You have a Venus-ruled Libra moon, full moon. This is going to be all about love and relationships and money and creativity and, beauty and luxuries and all that, a lot of female energy here. But Venus is exalted in Pisces. And so that, again, is your 4th house of home and the foundations of your life. Venus is going to be sextiling Uranus, breakthroughs or breakups, whatever it is, freedom. That's what Uranus is. Whatever you want to free yourself from. New opportunities, though. Venus sextile Uranus, this is new opportunities and breakthroughs in money and love and sex and creativity, all of that. Venus also rules Taurus, by the way. Uranus is in Taurus, activated. And Taurus is a finance sign, by the way. So there could be something here with work, colleagues, employees. Now, or possessions, or your values, or even food. Let me see. Well, maybe for you, but more for other signs. So what does this mean? It means that you now have sudden opportunities to make money, to meet someone, to hear good news. With Jupiter activated, trining the moon, expansion, growth. Please read your moon sign too. I know sun and rising, you want to read your sun. Obviously, that's you. That's a sun. What is solar? Think about the sun and this cosmos. What revolves around the sun? Everything. So they're all communicating with the sun. So you got to read your sun sign. Rising sign, yeah, that's the aspects heavily, but your sun is involved. And then the moon. If the sun and rising is, that's 50-50 of your horoscope. The moon is so powerful. There's sometimes some lunations of the week that are more powerful than the planetary aspects. Please, especially for this month, because the lunations, what's happening this month. Yeah. Now, as I said, Venus, feminine, right? The moon, feminine, mother too, right? So there is likely some female figure involved in your life around this time. It is very likely a mother. It is very likely a mother or grandmother. It is very likely a significant other. It is very likely, like I said, children, or it could even be, relatives, because Pluto is going to be active. It can be sibling, sister, but also at the same time, it could be your boss, it could be your girlfriend, it could be your neighbor, it could be your colleague. Okay? Because you got all this partnership stuff activated. It's big. It can be an employee of yours, okay? Lawyer, like I said. Libra is the woman with a scale, Roman goddess of justice, right? Libra literally translates to scale in Latin. So legal matters around this time may be highly likely. It is like a tax, isn't it? Tax day or something like that. But anyway, who's going to feel this the most? It will be cardinal signs. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, right? And Taurus. All right? And you, by the way, because Jupiter is very active. So, yeah, you too. You're ruler. And therefore Pisces too. Anyway, but if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets between 20 to 26 degrees in any of the cardinal signs, that would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Now, you're going to feel this perhaps the most. Now, but again, Venus going direct. So here's the thing about Venus going direct is that now, because Venus is direct, she's bringing you stuff. So almost like she went away for a little bit, but then she came back with gifts. She's bearing gifts. All right. Love, relationships, money, all of that. All right. So really, really nice. And now you feel clear moving forward with relationships, money. What do you want moving forward? Now, you got on Tuesday, the 15th, Wednesday, 16th, again, where you live, Mercury goes into Aries. That's great. There's something happening on the 16th, Mercury conjuncting Neptune, not even on the whiteboard. We'll talk about in your weekly forecast. We're going to go heavily into a lot of this. I'm just grazing the surface. I'm not even, but that's going to be loud. That's going to be big. Mark it in your calendars. That's going to be big. Mercury conjuncting Neptune, the first conjunction of Neptune. Neptune now in Aries, but loud. Okay. It's in Aries. It's big. It's at 0 degrees. It's big. You're going to have something to say. You're going to have something to say. All right. Now, Thursday, April 17th, you got Mars moving into Leo. There you go. We've been waiting for this for 6-8 months. Mars has been in Cancer, where it does its best, not best. It's worst, all right? And retrograde. So yeah, like I said, things have been really slow. You didn't have the planet of action doing things for you, but now he's in Leo. He's in your BFF, fire sign, Leo. This is amazing for you. You're going to start feeling things move fast and forward. Mars and Leo, listen, that's heart-based energy. That's loud and proud. Mars and Leo's creativity. It's your authentic self. Leo, the king, the queen, the royal, it's your personal power. It's like your spirituality, your belief system. It's wisdom. This is a homecoming for you. Mars and Leo, that rules your 9th house. You are the native ruler of the 9th house. Like I said, you're going to be traveling, long distance trips. There's something here with publishing, book publishing, broadcasting. You working on a book or a podcast? Like, this is big. All right. So take back your power now. Diplomatically. All right. Because Mars and Leo can be pride and ego and all that. But anyway, this has not happened in 2 years. Mars has not been in Leo since May 2023. You can think about what happened back then, but why is this going to be a big deal? Because Mars is in Leo, a fire sign. You got the Sun, Mercury, Neptune in Aries, a fire sign. You got Jupiter and Pluto in air signs. What happens when you get fire and oxygen together, right? And by the way, you got the moon in your sign this day. So when I say this is going to be a big day for you, actually, I would even watch the 15th to the 17th. Okay. And again, what I talked about the lunations, just big. Now for you. All right. And then actually, what did you want to do in December? What did you want to do at the end of November, December, when Mars was in Leo for a hot second before going retrograde? And Mars said, I don't have the energy to do anything for you, Sagittarius. What did you want to do back then? Because now you can do it. Now you have the chance. So something around that time coming up. All right. And we'll talk deeper in your weekly forecast because again, I'm just scratching the surface. There's big stuff for you. Now, Sunday, and again, we'll talk about your weekly forecast. Saturday, the 19th, we're moving into Taurus season. That's big. You're going to have big focus on your everyday activities, on work, on colleagues, employees, your responsibility when it comes to work, on creative projects, on health, on, doctors, physical therapists, personal trainers, vets, 6 house rules pets. Okay. So big, right? Now, things are going to get a little bit more challenging as we go through, okay? Because you see that on Monday, you got Sun square Mars. So there may be something here that's a little bit testing and a little bit challenging. So just practice that patience. We'll talk about it later, all right? But the one thing I do want you to know that same day, Saturn will conjunct the North Node, and this is a big deal, all right? Saturn's been conjuncting the North Node for a few months, just kind of giving you a little, I'm here. But now this is it. This is the day they perfect. So Saturn, life lessons, karma. Saturn is karma. I told you on the North Node, with the North Node, the point of fate, destiny, karma, your purpose. What is the legacy you want to leave behind? It's your fourth house, home, family, foundations of your life. This is big. Amplifying the North Node. That's what Saturn's doing. So what is the direction you want to go? Remember, Saturn's going to reward you. Saturn's karma. You got to know what direction you want to go. Venus is actually applying here, which is great. There may be some authority figure here, but just a big heads up. Why is this such a big deal? Because we're in April. Next month in May, Saturn's leaving Pisces and moving into Aries. So there's almost like this evolution, ascension, but also graduation. There's something that you're learning in this fourth house area, your foundations of your life, parents, children, family, everything I mentioned, significant other, home, real estate. Remember, this is also a 19-year cycle. Yeah, North Node in Pisces. Neptune freshly in Aries, going to be with Saturn next month. Big. Just expect more. Big change. Big change. Now, the Sun square Pluto on the 23rd, it can be challenging. You're not going to be seeing eye to eye with some people, and maybe neighbors, maybe siblings, family members. You know, you got the Sun in Taurus, a fixed sign. You got Pluto in Aquarius, a fixed sign. Moon in Aquarius, conjuncting Pluto. Big. So just be mindful. You're on a karmic journey. All right? Don't let anyone take your power. This is your empowerment. Okay? But trust your intuition and be very diplomatic, because you've got Venus conjuncting Saturn again. Like I said, it's not even on the whiteboard. I didn't have room. Remember, the North Node's here. All right? So, really big stuff. You're going to have a lot of deja vu too, back to March. But anyway, remember, Saturn's coming in with those reality checks. On the 25th, Mars opposite Pluto. This is the most challenging day of the month. This is the two, like, really powerful planets. And Mars is no longer retrograde. So, be mindful. Okay, this is ego. This is power trips, power struggles, come at me, bro energy. This is collars flipped up. This is, like West Side Story. But there's something here where it could be just an authority boss, something here we're just not seeing eye to eye. Again, for you, it can be a relative. It can be someone that you're communicating with that's just like, what is going on here? So just keep that in mind. Okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just, this is the final one. Remember, I said this last year. We get this one more time. This is it. Okay? Think about January 2nd. That's the last time we had it. Yeah? What was happening in your life around that week? Just, we'll talk more about this when it comes up, because, again, I'm just scratching the surface. There's a lot more to this. But there's also winds of change happening around this time, too, with a lot of other stuff happening with the North Node. And then you got the new moon in Taurus on April 27th, Sunday. I love this. There's something new happening for you. Your life is changing. It's your sixth house. So your entire life is changing. Your entire routine is changing. This new moon is going to be a little, I do like it. There's a lot of things that nobody has experienced in 160 years that's happening around this time. But remember, this is all happening. Okay? So just be, you can still set intentions. The moon will be squaring Pluto and Mars, but, Venus does move into Aries again on the 30th. That's great. Wonderful. I mean, that's very assertive. All right? So you're going to want to know, remember, Venus was retrograde and Aries pretty much all of March, and you couldn't get what you wanted. Now you're going to get it. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you, all right, for April 2025. Okay, Sagittarius. I just got to say, this is going to be a big month. It's a big month for everybody. There's been actually, if you are a cross watcher, you have seen some of the spreads. There are some things that have happened that have never happened for me since in my entire tarot career. This is going to be a big month. There's more stuff happening than March. I mean, March was big because it was like eclipse season and a lot of stuff but there's, again, we'll talk about later. There's just so much stuff that's not even on the whiteboard. If by the way, I do a traditional cultic cross spread, best overview, okay, for monthly reading, and if we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Let's get to it. Okay, you're good. Don't. I knew it. All right, you're good. So big changes. As I said, legal matters is going to be a thing. As I said, money matters, big thing. As I said, but you're absolutely good. This is going to be one of the best months that you will remember in the past few years. You got the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, perfect. Do it. Yeah, put things in order. You're thinking about, this card is the foundations of your life. This card is things that have to do within your orbit. All right, money, finances, everything that I literally told you. So really think about what you want, but don't close yourself off to other people. Don't disconnect yourself spiritually. Even you see the pentacle over his chest, crossing off his heart. So don't cross yourself off, but definitely prioritize the things that is right, trusting your intuition, but putting things in order. Okay, all about your consciousness. You see the 5 pointed stars. All right. Speaking of which, that's what happens. When you put things in order, that's what this is. All right? Building that foundation moving forward. This card is attributed to Capricorn. Who's the ruler of Capricorn? Saturn. What does Capricorn rule for you, Sagittarius? Your second house of income, salary, finances, money, also self-worth and self-value. But anyway, look, that's what happened. You got the Ace of Pentacles in the heart of your spread for a monthly forecast. You're good. You're good. There you go. Look at all these pentacles. Oh my goodness. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you got a brand new path opening up for you this month. Like I said, your life is changing in a big way. You got money, finances, new job, new career, new profession, launching a business, whatever you want. It's right here. You got the Hand of Spirit offering you the biggest pentacle in the deck. You see the golden pathway. There's a lot of pathways in tarot. Yeah. This is the one that goes, look, it's straight on. There's no curves. No. You're moving ahead. You're moving forward. This is a gateway. That archway, that's a gateway. And that's what the pentacle is. It is a gateway. It's to the cosmos, to consciousness as well. Everything rising above matter. This is amazing. If pentacles are a physical realm, okay? So physical world, there's something happening in your world, in your life. It doesn't have to be career. What do you want? Your physical world. It's coming. There's some new path opening for you. I can't even, and again, a lot of it may be surprising with all these Uranus aspects right off the bat in, your 6th house. That's just amazing. Okay, you're good. There's aces, new opportunities as well. You got the King of Swords in your challenge area. Like I said, there's going to be some people you may not see eye to eye with. There you go, King of Swords. But this is someone who may be a little, especially authority figures, bosses, colleagues. Those are going to be the biggest things, and relatives. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, you got to compromise. You got to see eye to eye. All right, and I don't want you to be that person with that King of Swords, or right, because he is intimidating. But it is very most likely there is going to be. Just have your lines of communication open, because some people can be a little this month with the aspects that are happening this month. And for you, there it is. And King of Swords is all about communication and thinking and processing things. But in your challenge area, yeah, so just keep that in mind. Can be an older figure. It's a king, okay? Powerful figure too. 7 of Pentacles in your crown. This is the month everything changes, because you're thinking about it, because you're looking back and you're saying, everything that I've invested in, relationships, job, career, money, finances, even literal investments, is it making me happy? Do I really see gains? Have I grown spiritually? Am I satisfied? You're taking that pause this month. Okay? And if everything's fine, that's fine. But at least take that pause. You never know what else, because there could be because that's happening. So something new is happening, but take that pause, because if you're thinking about all that, all right, you're going to be making changes if you're not happy. And if you're not thinking about it, everything's fine. Things are changing. So then you're a little bit more surprised, like, oh, I didn't see, you know what I mean? So just take that pause. Justice and the root of your spread. Yeah. Legal matters, like I said, going to be a big thing. You got the judge right here. You got that full moon in Libra. There's a change that's happening for you. Big ones. Okay. This is justice being served. You got an amazing spread here. So a lot of wisdom. This is you also being that one that cuts things out from your life. You're like, no more, because I took that pause to know what I want moving forward. No, to grow my world, to expand. I mean, you see that sword straight to the sky. That's being honest with yourself, true perception, justice, a lot of wisdom here. You see the 2 columns, right, of wisdom. You know, we call it, you've heard of Solomon's Temple, Wisdom of Solomon. They're from Solomon's Temple. Anyway, the main thing here is like, actions have consequences. This card is highly associated with karma. So take those actions you need to do for your karmic journey, because there you go. You cut things you don't need in your life. You got the 8 of Wands, a Sagittarius card. Whoosh. Everything aligning for you, the wands aligning for you, your ambitions, your passions, everything. We call this arrows of love too, if you're seeking love. Everything moving, something is, after that Ace of Wands, Pentacles, yeah, you're good. Career, yeah, you're good. Everything. Look at that blue sky. Again, wands completely aligned. Let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, y'all are amazing. I'm so excited for you. This is going to be one of the most life-changing months that you've had in a long time, and in years, I would have to say. Just see how things play out, please. Okay, there's a lot of changes. Now, and if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I'm like, oh my gosh, already losing my voice. You know I love y'all. All right. I hope you can hear me. Okay, so you're getting a mic drop. I can't. I told you this is, I literally told you in the beginning, for you particularly, Sagittarius, you're out of all the signs, like you may feel the most strange this month. There you go. You got the 9 of Pentacles. Good for you. What did I say? This is a month of like self-sufficiency, of breaking free, being your independent, individualism, all of that. That's the 9 of Pentacles. Standing in your garden in abundance. This is what you want. Okay. You want that freedom. You want that feeling of like not worrying about money, you've worked hard to get to this point. That's the 9 of Pentacles. You earned all this. And you deserve it. And all of it. Like, look, you got the symbol of Venus all over her gown. Come on. That's everything. Your heart, everything that your heart desires. This is amazing. A lot of enlightenment. So you're going to be feeling that. Okay. And I want you to put yourself in that mindset. If you need to, remember I said, visualize. I've talked about this all the time. Put yourself there. You're going to get there. Look at this. You got the world and your external factors area. Everything is changing. When I say your life is changing, your life is changing. This is saying that you've come to the end of your journey. This is it. Okay. And then you're starting a new one. Everything is changing for you. This is the end of the major arcana. I want you to be proud of yourself. You see the woman here dancing for a reason, naked for a reason, because it's you being able to express yourself. It's that creative energy, but it's also like, not needing to hide anything. It's like you being you. You made it. You're good. You earned all this. You're good. The wreath with Ouroboros, unity of all things changes. Shaped as 0, referencing the Fool. What comes after the world, the Fool? You start that new journey. Your life is changing. 4 of Wands. Yeah, there you go. Something to celebrate. This is a card of milestones. Look at the happy couple. This is all about freedom. Look at all of this. All that feminine energy here, by the way. I told you with that full moon. And even with me, like, we'll talk about next week, okay? But you see the couple here, the happy couple. Getting married. Celebration. It can be love. It can be marriage. It's a big thing for y'all. Yeah? Maybe some of y'all are getting married here, or want it. yeah, or propose or something. Even again, it can be business. It's wands. It can be work, but you're good. You're on your way, and there's a look. Even like look at the direction. Look, you gotta look at your whole story here. Look at the progression here. Look how things just you're here where you're like right, but then look how everything starts getting more free. The wands and just invigorating in their happy place, just zipping through the air. Freedom. They're outside the castle. Freedom. Strength. That feminine energy, really strong here, but free. But you're going to be bold, proud. This is just, you're good. Symbol infinity overhead. Like I said, infinite possibilities comes from that strength. And what is that? That's that courage, that inner courage, and that confidence, knowing nothing is impossible. You're good. Whatever is happening here is making you more empowered and believing in yourself. Spiritually as well in a big way, because strength is Leo. Yeah, you got Mars moving into Leo in your 9th house. The spirituality of your higher mind, of you being a leader. It's just, I've never, okay, let's break it down week by week. Oh gosh. Okay. So Sagittarius, this is, yeah, your best, this has got to be it. This is your best. I can't even, let's get started. This is, okay. So first week of April. Okay. We got that insane weekend. And then, with everything that's happening, and then, Venus conjuncting Saturn, Mercury going direct, full moon in Libra. Let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the first week of April. Your life is changing. I told you from the get-go. That first week with that bonkers once in a lifetime weekend, Venus trine Mars, right? Sun sextile Jupiter, Mars sextile Uranus. I mean, you can't, Saturn sextile Uranus, Mars trine Saturn. You can't even like, just don't with me. Your life is changing. This is big. I'm so happy for you, Sagittarius. I have so many Sagittarius friends that have been going through a lot. And I see everything starting to shift. So I am very happy for you. This is the big sign. Opportunity, abundance, you're moving into all that. You see the sun coming on the horizon. Death. This is, end of the old. All about the new. This is your big transformation. This is your big moment. All right. Let's see what's going on for you for the second week. We're coming after that full moon in Libra with, Venus going direct, with Mercury moving into Aries, Mars moving into Leo. We're moving into Taurus season. There's so much happening. I can't. All right. Let's see what's going on for you for the second week of April. 9 of Wands. All right. Great. Hang in there. That's all it is. It's just, that's a card of perseverance. That's another Sagittarius card. That is actually the week that the moon is in your sign to be in. Like, oh my gosh. Because this card is attributed to moon in Sagittarius. Let me just go back. Yeah. The day that we have, okay. We'll talk about your weekly forecast. Yeah, that's just saying like, yeah, I got this. No, look at him. He got that gauze on his head. Like no one's taking anything away from him. He's gone through the battle. He's saying, universe, bring it on. You can try. Nothing's taking away anything that I've worked hard for. Okay. Really great. Perseverance. All right. Persevere. It's coming after that full moon in Libra. That's going to be really big for you. So that, remember, this is moon Sagittarius, but even still, anything coming after that full moon in Libra is going to be like, okay, I really got to hang in there. Third week, you got Sun square Mars. This one things get a little bit challenging. Sun square Pluto, Mars opposite Pluto. Let's see what's going on for you for the third week. And a lot of other things, but okay. Come on. You got this, 2 of Cups. Who are you? I told you, partnerships, relationships, really big thing for you. There you go. There could be new love. There could be, that's Come on. Yeah, it could be new love there. And, I don't want you to always think just this is a true love card. We say it, in layman's terms, the twin flame card, soulmate card, but it can be platonic. It can be a friendship. It can be, relationship with, anyone who, but it's just opening yourself up to someone and a lot of healing here. A lot of healing. Yeah. Really wonderful. A lot of passion. You see the winged lion. You saw Mars move into Leo. All right. A line here. I love this. Amazing. So yeah, a lot of y'all can start new relationships around this time, or there could be the start of something new. Remember, this is a lot of new things happening for you. It could be career related too. Now, the last week, yeah, let's just look at that new moon in Taurus and Venus moving into Aries. Last week of April. Amazing. You got the Hermit. Perfect. Go with it. That's going to be a week. Remember, I said that new moon in Taurus, maybe a little right? Anyway. And it's all coming after those oppositions. The Hermit, that's great though, because that is you taking that time to really go within. You've had all these changes happen in your life. You've got more changes happening with that new moon, new beginnings, right? New moon in Taurus. And so, yeah, take that time to just really go, have some moment for yourself. This is a card all about wisdom, inner wisdom. Do that introspection. You're going to be fine. You're good. You're good. I love this. This is possibly your best spreads monthly forecast. This is your life-changing month. And we're going to talk more about it, Sagittarius. Okay, so next week we will go deeper in the aspects. There's just so much happening. The second spread. Yeah, I want to see. We're gonna pull more cards. We're gonna pull love, work, health. I mean. Tier 3 members, do you know where to find the link? Let's do it. Sagittarius, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Just, I love y'all. I'm so happy. I can't even. I'm so excited. I'm very excited for you. All right, I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.